Good afternoon, dear students. Today I will start a new chapter, three-dimensional geometry. First of all, I will explain direction cosines and direction ratios of a line. First of all, direction cosines of a line. Suppose the straight line OP makes an angle alpha with the positive direction of x-axis, beta with the positive direction of y-axis, and gamma with positive direction of z-axis. Then cos of alpha, cos of beta, and cos of gamma will be the direction cosines of the straight line OP. Let me write the definition. So here is the definition of direction cosines of a line. If a straight line make angles alpha, beta, gamma with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, then the direction cosines of the straight line will be cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. In simple words, if a straight line, suppose the straight line OP make the angle alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis. So if a straight line makes an angle alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis, then cos of alpha, cos of beta and cos of gamma will be the direction cosines of the straight line. Direction cosines of a straight line are respectively denoted by L, M and N. That is, L equal to cos alpha is denoted by L, so L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta and N equal to cos of gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma are called direction angles. The angle made by a line with x, y and z axis with the positive direction of x, y and z axis are called direction angles. Here I have taken one simple question. If a line make angles of 90 degree, 60 degree and 30 degree with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, find its direction cosines. So a straight line make angles 90, 60, 30 with the positive direction of x-axis and y-axis and z-axis. These angles are called direction angles, 90 degree, 60 degree and 30 degree. With that, if we take cosine, these are the direction angles, and if we take cosine of the direction angles, we will get the direction cosines of the straight line. Cos 90 is 0, cos 60 is half and cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. So direction cosines of this straight line are 0, half and root 3 by 2. Next, one important theorem, relation between direction cosines of a line. If a straight line make angles alpha, beta, gamma with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, then the direction cosines of the straight line will be cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Direction cosines of the straight line will be cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. And relation between cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma is this. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So this is the relation between the direction cosines of a line. If a straight line make angles alpha, beta, gamma with x, y and z axis, direction cosines will be cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, and relation between cos alpha, cos beta, gamma, cos gamma is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. That is, we know cos alpha is denoted by L, so L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. This is relation between the direction cosines of a line. Now the proof of the theorem is very simple and also given in NCERT book. Now for proof you can go through NCERT book. I am not proving the theorem. The next definition is direction ratios of a line. Let L, M, N be the direction cosines of a line. Let L, M, N be the direction cosines of a line, and let A, B, C be any three numbers such that L by A is equal to M by B is equal to N by C. That is A, B, C are proportional to LMN. LMN are the direction cosines of a line, and ABC are three numbers which are proportional to LMN. Then A, B, C will be the direction ratios of the line. That is any three numbers which are proportional to direction cosines of a line. Any three numbers which are proportional to direction cosines of a line are called direction ratios. Here A, B, C are proportional to direction cosines, that is L, M and N. So A, B, C are the direction ratios of the line. Now L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C. L, M, N are direction cosines. A, B, C will be the direction ratios. Now suppose L by N, M by B, L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C equal to suppose K, then L equal to AK, M equal to BK and N equal to CK. Now L, M, N are direction cosines of a line and A, B, C are proportional to elements, so A, B, C are direction ratios of the line. Now what is the relation between L, M and N? Now L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. So A square K square plus, from this M square will be B square K square plus C square K square equal to 1. Taking K square common. So K equal to plus minus root over A square plus B square plus C square plus minus. Now from this, now we can say, you can see L equal to AK. So L will be, therefore L equal to A, this is the value of K. So it will be plus minus A by A square plus B square plus C square. M equal to plus minus B by root over A square plus B square plus C square, and N equal to plus minus C by root over A square B square C square. Now using this relation, what we can find, if direction ratios are given, if A, B, C, that is if the direction ratios of a line are given, by using this we can calculate L, M and N. If direction ratios of a line are given, using this we can calculate the direction cosines of a line. Next, one very important note, direction ratios of a line passing through A, x1, y1, z1 and B, x2, y2, z2. Suppose a straight line passes through A and B. Ax1, y1, z1 and bx2, y2, z2. A line passes through two given points. Then the direction ratios of this line will be x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. This will give us direction ratios of AB. Next, angle between two straight lines. We will find angle between two straight lines in terms of direction ratios. We can find angle between two straight lines in terms of direction cosines also, but I am finding here in terms of direction ratios. Suppose theta is the angle between two straight lines whose direction ratios are A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. So let theta be the angle between two straight lines whose direction ratios are A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. These are the direction ratios of two straight lines. Then cos theta equal to A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 by root over A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square A2 square into A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Okay, proof of this is also very simple. By using dot product we can easily prove this. theorem, cos theta equal to this. So if a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of two straight lines, then cos theta equal to, this is the formula for angle between two straight lines if the direction ratios of the lines are given. Okay, now if the lines are perpendicular, then angle between them, that is theta, will be 90 degree. So cos 90 degree is 0, and if we cross multiply, we will get then a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. This is the condition for two straight lines to be perpendicular. So if a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 are direction ratios of two straight lines, then the lines will be perpendicular if a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Next, if the lines are parallel, then theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, 0 degree. So if we, after that, if we simplify, then we'll get a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So this is the condition for two straight lines to be perpendicular. This is the condition for two straight lines to be parallel. a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, where a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of two lines. And now I will solve some simple questions, but before solving the questions, let me write one note. Number 1, the direction cosines, in short, direction cosines are written as dc. The direction cosines of x-axis are, what will be the direction cosines of x-axis? If we have to find direction cosines of a line, what we find, suppose AB is a line. Now to find direction cosines of a line, first of all we find the angles this line makes with x, y and z axis. Suppose we have to find direction cosines of the line AB. So first of all we find the angle made by this line with x-axis. Suppose the angle is alpha. Suppose this line makes an angle beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis. Then cos of alpha, cos of beta, cos of gamma will be the direction cosines of this straight line. Now we have to find direction cosines of x-axis. So for x-axis, what we will find? Angle made by x-axis with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Direction cosines of this line. First of all, we find angle made by this line with x, y and z-axis. Similarly, to find direction cosines of x-axis, we will find angle made by x-axis with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So angle made by x-axis with x-axis is 0 degree, with y-axis is 90 degree, and with z-axis is also 90 degree. X-axis make the angles 0 degree with x-axis, 90 degree with y-axis and 90 degree with z-axis. Taking cos with all the three angles, we get cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 90 is 0. So direction cosines of x-axis are 1, 0, 0. Similarly, the direction cosines of y-axis are 0, 1, 0, and direction cosines of z-axis are 0, 0 and 1. Now this is a question given in NCERT book. Find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. Suppose a straight line makes same angle with all the three axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So let the straight line makes the angle alpha. So let us first assume that the straight line makes the angle alpha with all the three axes. That is, a straight line makes same angle with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Then the direction cosines of the line will be The straight line makes same angle with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So direction cosines will be cos alpha and cos alpha. And what is the relation between three direction cosines? We know square of this, that is cos square alpha plus cos square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. This is the relation between the direction cosines. So ultimately 3 cos square alpha equal to 1. So cos square alpha is equal to 1 by 3 and cos alpha equal to plus minus 1 by root 3. And so the direction cosines of the line are, you see the direction cosines of the line are cos alpha, cos alpha, cos alpha, and now we know the value of cos alpha, which is this. So direction cosines will be, we will replace cos alpha by this. So it will be plus minus 1 by root 3, plus minus 1 by root 3 and plus minus 1 by root 3. So this is the answer. Next question is, a line makes an angle of 60 degree with each of x and y axis. That is, the line makes an angle 60 degree with x axis, 60 degree with y axis. Find the angle made by the line with the z axis. So first of all, let us assume that the line makes an angle gamma with z axis. Now, the direction cosines of the line will be, you can see the straight line makes an angle 60 degree with x axis, 60 degree with y axis, and gamma we have assumed the line makes an angle gamma with z axis. So direction cosines will be cos 60 degree and cos of gamma. And what is the relation between these three? And cos square 60 degree plus cos square 60 degree plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. And so simplifying, we get cos square gamma equal to half. So cos gamma equal to plus minus 1 by root 2. Therefore cos gamma equal to 1 by root 2 or cos gamma equal to minus of 1 by root 2, and from this we can calculate gamma is equal to 45 degree or pi by 4. Cos gamma equal to minus of cos 45. So cos gamma will be cos of 180 degree minus theta. 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So gamma equal to 135 degrees. So required answer is therefore gamma equal to 45 degree or 135 degree. Next question is, find the direction cosines of the line passing through the points minus 2, 4, minus 5 and 1, 2, 3. That means a straight line passes through 2 points minus 2, 4, minus 5 and 1, 2 and 3. Now we have, if a straight line passes through two given points x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2, then the direction ratios of the line will be x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So using this straight line passes through two given points, therefore the direction ratios drs of the straight line are x2 minus x1 will be 3, 2 minus 4 will be minus 2, 3 minus 5 it will be 8. X2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. These are the direction ratios of the line. Let a equal to 3, b equal to minus 2, c equal to 8. These are the direction ratios. And now we have this formula. If a, b, c are given, if direction ratios of a straight line are given, if a, b, c are given, then by using this we can calculate L, M and N. By using this we can calculate L, M, N. So if A, B, C are given, we can calculate L, M, N, that is direction cosines. So L equal to plus minus a by root of r a square plus b square plus c square. It will be plus minus 3 by 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 64. It will be 77. So L equal to plus minus 3 by root 77. Similarly, M equal to, so M equal to plus minus minus 2 by root 77, N equal to plus minus 8 by root 77. Now what you can do, you can consider, first you can consider all the plus signs, that is 3 by root 77, minus of 2 by root 77, 8 by root 77, or you can consider the minus signs, minus of 3 by root 77, plus of 2 by root 77, minus of 8 by root 77. So this is the answer. Next question is, show that the line joining the points 478 and 234 is parallel to the line through the points -1, -1 and 1 to 5. So what we have to prove? The line joining A and B, 478 and 234, is parallel to the line joining -1, -1 and 1 to 5. We have to prove line joining AB is parallel to the line joining CD. So first of all, we will find direction ratios of AB. Ratios of AB are x2 minus x1, which is a minus 2, minus of 4, minus of 4, equal to A1, B1, C1, C. Similarly, direction ratios of CD will be x2 minus x1, so it will be 2, 4 and 4, equal to A2, B2 and C2, C. So A1, B1, C1 are the direction ratios of AB, A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of CD. And now you see, we have two straight lines having direction ratios A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 will be parallel. Two straight lines having direction ratios A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 will be parallel if A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. So two straight lines will be parallel if their direction ratios are proportional, that is A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. Here A1 by A2 is equal to, you can see, A1 by A2, that is minus 2 by 2 is equal to minus 1, B1 by B2 is equal to minus 1, C1 by C2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, therefore the straight lines AB and CD are parallel. Next question is, show that the line joining A and B is perpendicular to the line joining C and D. So 4 points are given, AB and CD. What we have to prove? Line joining AB and CD is perpendicular to each other. So first of all, we will find the direction ratios of AB. Direction ratios of AB are x2 minus x1, it will be 2, 5 and minus of 4. x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 equal to A1, B1 and C1, C. Next, direction ratios of CD. Direction ratios of CD are x2 minus x1, so 3, 2 and 4 equal to A2, B2 and C2, C. And now we know two straight lines will be perpendicular if A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0, where A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of the straight line. So we have to show AB and CD are perpendicular. We have calculated direction ratios of AB and CD. Now A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 is equal to 6 plus 10 minus 16, which is equal to 0. And therefore, the lines AB and CD are perpendicular. Next question is, show that the points 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, 1 and 5, 8, 7 are collinear. We have to show these 3 points are collinear. So first of all, let us denote the given points by A, B and C. Suppose A, B, C are the given points. Now let us find direction ratios of AB and direction ratio of BC. So direction ratios of AB are -3, -5, -3, and which I have denoted by A1, B1 and C1. Similarly, direction ratios of BC will be 6, 10 and 6, which I have denoted by A2, B2, C2. And now you can easily check A1 by A2. A1 by A2 is a minus of half. B1 by B2 is equal to minus of half, and C1 by C2 is equal to minus of half. Now for two straight lines, we have for two straight lines, if their direction ratios are proportional, we say they are parallel. If A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, we say the lines are parallel. Here you can see the direction ratios are proportional. Minus of A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. So we can conclude AB comma BC are parallel. Okay, but you can see one thing, AB comma BC are parallel. This is AB and this is BC, they are parallel, but you can see B is the end point of this line, and for this line also B is another end. So B, these are common point, these two are common points, so they cannot be parallel because B is the common point. Okay, so B cannot be common to both the parallel lines. B cannot be present in both the parallel lines because B is same point. So what is the other condition? They must be the same line, not parallel. AB and BC must be the same line. They are not parallel. What we have to write? But B is common to AB comma BC. It means they cannot be parallel because B is present in both the lines, and therefore A, B comma BC must be same line, and therefore ABC are collinear. ABC are same line means ABC are collinear. So actual figure will be this: A, B and C. Not this, it will be like this. Next question is, find the angle between the lines whose direction ratios are 2, 3, 6 and 1, 2, 2. So two straight lines are given. Direction ratios of one straight line are 2, 3, 6. Direction ratios of other straight line are 1, 2, 2. And we have to find the angle between the straight lines. So let theta be the angle between the straight lines. Now we have this result. If A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of two straight lines, and if theta is the angle between them, then cos theta equal to, this is the formula for angle between two straight lines. If we put a modulus sign, that will give us the acute angle between the lines. Okay, so using this formula we get cos theta equal to, this is our A1, B1 and C1, this is A2, B2 and C2. Then cos theta is equal to A1, A2, it will be 2 plus B1, B2, 6, C1, C2, it will be 12 by root over A1 square, B1 square, C1 square into root over 2 square, 3 square, 6 square. So simplifying, we get cos theta equal to 20 by 21, and so theta equal to cos inverse of 20 by 21, which is the angle between the straight lines. So today I have discussed about direction cosines and direction ratios of a straight line, and with that I also discussed some simple questions from the particular topic. In the next class I will discuss about the equation of straight lines in three dimensional space. That's all for today. Thank you.